Deep within the Amazon rainforest, a technological revolution is unfolding. For centuries, we believed this vast green expanse was largely untouched by human civilization before European arrival. Today, that narrative is being completely rewritten thanks to a groundbreaking marriage of artificial intelligence and archaeology. Join us as we explore how Rainforest, a revolutionary AI system, is revealing a hidden world of sophisticated pre-Columbian cities, road networks, and engineered landscapes that have remained invisible for centuries beneath the canopy of the world's largest rainforest. At the University of São Paulo, computational archaeologist Dr. Carolina Beltran and her team have developed something extraordinary. A specialized machine learning algorithm capable of detecting what human eyes cannot. Rainforest, as they've named it, analyzes lidar data from satellites to identify subtle topographical signatures of ancient settlements that have been hidden for centuries. What makes Rainforest revolutionary, Dr. Beltran explains, is its ability to identify anthropogenic landscape modifications that have been obscured by centuries of rainforest growth. The algorithm detects minute elevation changes, soil composition variations, and vegetation patterns that indicate human engineering. This represents nothing short of a paradigm shift in archaeological methodology. Traditional approaches required archaeologists to physically survey sites on foot, a near impossible task in the dense, often impenetrable Amazon rainforest. Now, Rainforest can analyze vast regions remotely, creating comprehensive maps of potential archaeological sites across previously inaccessible terrain. The discoveries have been nothing short of astonishing. Since 2021, Rainforest has identified more than 200 previously undocumented settlement complexes in the Upper Tapajos Basin alone. These aren't simple villages, but sophisticated urban networks that potentially supported populations reaching into the millions before European contact. Dr. Michael Heckenberger, an anthropologist who has studied Amazonian settlements for decades, confirms that the Amazon wasn't a pristine wilderness with scattered primitive tribes, but rather a complex mosaic of engineered landscapes supporting sophisticated societies. The AI has revealed intricate systems of geometric earthworks spanning kilometers, sophisticated water management infrastructure, agricultural intensification zones with raised fields, road networks connecting distant settlements, and defensive structures alongside ceremonial centers. These findings suggest the presence of complex societies with hierarchical planning and advanced mathematical understanding. Carbon dating of materials from these sites indicates continuous occupation spanning over a millennium, from approximately 500 CE to the early 1600s, with many settlements reaching their peak development between 900 and 1250 CE, contemporaneous with European medieval civilization. Perhaps most striking is the evidence of regional integration. Rainforest has identified a network of straight roads, up to 45 meters wide in some sections, connecting settlements across distances of 10 to 30 kilometers. This isn't just evidence of technological sophistication, but of complex political organizations capable of coordinating large-scale infrastructure projects across diverse ecological zones. We're seeing evidence of what might be called garden cities, explains Dr. Beltran. These weren't dense urban centers like those of Mesoamerica, but rather distributed networks of settlements integrated with managed forests and agricultural systems. The distinction between city and countryside that defined old-world urbanism didn't apply here. These findings suggest a fundamentally different model of urbanism, one that integrated human habitation with the natural environment rather than replacing it. The roads themselves represent massive engineering projects, requiring coordinated labor across vast areas and suggesting sophisticated social organization. The technical innovation behind these discoveries lies in Rainforest's unique approach to data fusion. The algorithm simultaneously analyzes multiple data streams, including lidar for topography, multispectral satellite imagery for vegetation and soil analysis, synthetic aperture radar for subsurface features, and historical climate data for contextual understanding. Dr. Mei Zhang, the computer scientist who designed Rainforest's core architecture, explains they're essentially teaching the algorithm to think like an archaeologist with superhuman perception. The machine learning model incorporates a novel attention mechanism that mimics the cognitive processes archaeologists use when examining landscapes. Traditional computer vision systems struggle with archaeological features because they're looking for clear boundaries and regular patterns, explains Zhang. Archaeological sites are often characterized by subtle irregularities against background patterns, exactly the opposite of what most AI systems are trained to detect. To overcome this challenge, ANTHROSCAPE was trained on a dataset of confirmed archaeological sites paired with areas known to be devoid of human modification, allowing it to identify the statistical signatures of human landscape intervention across diverse environmental contexts. The success of ANTHROSCAPE has sparked similar AI-powered archaeological initiatives globally. In Cambodia, a modified version has identified previously unknown extensions of Angkor's water management system. Dr. Elizabeth Chatham, who leads the Angkor initiative, reports that ANTHROSCAPE has revealed an additional 74 kilometers of canals and reservoirs extending far beyond the known boundaries of the Khmer Empire's capital, potentially supporting a metropolitan region of over 1 million inhabitants. In the Mexican Yucatan, it's revealing connections between seemingly isolated Mayan centers. And in the Sahel region of Africa, it's detecting traces of medieval trading networks. Dr. Amadou Diallo, the project lead in the Sahel, notes that these findings are rewriting our understanding of pre-colonial African urbanism and economic systems. What began as a specialized tool for the Amazon is rapidly becoming a global platform for archaeological discovery, revealing lost chapters of human history across continents. The research team has partnered with indigenous communities whose oral histories often contain references to these ancient places. Kalapalo elder Takuma Kuokoro, who collaborates with the project, notes, "Our stories speak of great settlements connected by wide roads. The ancestors knew how to live with the forest in ways the modern world has forgotten." This collaboration represents an important validation of indigenous knowledge systems that have often been dismissed by Western science. The AI findings are confirming what indigenous communities have maintained for generations, that their ancestors built sophisticated civilizations in harmony with the rainforest. This partnership between cutting-edge technology and traditional knowledge is creating a more complete picture of pre-Columbian Amazonia, one that honors the achievements of indigenous ancestors while employing the latest scientific tools. Analysis of soil samples from sites identified by ANTHROSCAPE reveals the widespread presence of Terra Preta do Indio, or Amazonian dark earth, anthropogenic soils enriched with charcoal, bone, and organic matter that remain fertile centuries after creation. These biochar-enriched soils not only supported intensive agriculture but also sequestered carbon, suggesting pre-Columbian Amazonians may have developed sustainable systems that actually enhanced environmental productivity. What we're seeing is evidence of a sophisticated form of agroforestry, explains Dr. Jonas Ferreira, a paleoecologist on the project. These societies weren't clearing the forest for monoculture. They were selectively managing it to increase the abundance of useful species while maintaining overall biodiversity. The implications for modern climate challenges are profound. These ancient Amazonians may have developed agricultural techniques that sequestered carbon while increasing food production. Precisely the kind of solution modern agriculture is desperately seeking in the face of climate change. The discoveries are challenging our fundamental understanding of what constitutes a city. Unlike the stone monuments of Mesoamerica or the dense urban centers of Europe, Amazonian urbanism took a different form, what Dr. Beltran calls garden cities. These were distributed networks of settlements integrated with managed forests and agricultural systems, where the distinction between city and countryside that defined old-world urbanism didn't apply. These settlements featured geometric precision in their layout, with perfect circles, squares, and other complex shapes forming the basis of community organization. The spatial arrangement suggests societies with clear social hierarchies and specialized roles. Yet unlike many ancient civilizations that depleted their environments, these Amazonian societies appear to have enhanced the biodiversity and productivity of their surroundings. This represents a third path of urban development. Neither the dense city nor scattered villages, but integrated human-natural landscapes spanning vast areas. As ANTHROSCAPE continues to evolve, researchers are integrating climate models, genetic data, and linguistic analysis to create a more comprehensive understanding of these lost urban networks. We're witnessing the birth of algorithmic archaeology, concludes Dr. Beltran. The next phase of the project will deploy autonomous drones equipped with miniaturized lidar and spectroscopic sensors to investigate sites identified by ANTHROSCAPE, gathering higher resolution data without disturbing the forest canopy. Meanwhile, the algorithm itself continues to evolve, with researchers now training it to identify temporal sequences in settlement patterns, potentially revealing how these societies responded to climate fluctuations over the course of centuries. This represents a new frontier in archaeological research, where AI not only identifies sites but helps reconstruct entire cultural landscapes and their development over time. The integration of multiple data sources, from satellite imagery to indigenous oral histories, from soil chemistry to linguistic patterns, is creating a holistic approach to understanding the past. But findings from NTHROSCAPE suggest the Amazon rainforest, long portrayed as a pristine wilderness, was in fact a carefully managed landscape supporting sophisticated civilizations. This has profound implications for how we conceptualize humanity's relationship with the natural world. The population estimates being revised upward suggest that millions of people may have lived in pre-Columbian Amazonia, in complex societies with monumental architecture, advanced mathematics, sophisticated engineering, and sustainable resource management. This directly contradicts the long-held narrative of the Amazon as an untouched wilderness with only small, scattered indigenous groups. Ultimately, says Dr. Beltran, Anthros-Cape is showing us that the dichotomy between natural and built environments may be a modern construct. These ancient Amazonians created a third way, engineered ecosystems that enhanced rather than depleted biological diversity while supporting complex societies. There may be no more important lesson for our current environmental challenges. This revision of history isn't merely academic. It offers potential solutions for modern challenges of sustainable development and climate mitigation. Perhaps the most significant aspect of these discoveries is what they teach us about sustainability. These ancient Amazonians appear to have developed systems that supported large populations while enhancing biodiversity, the holy grail of modern sustainable development. By studying the techniques revealed through NTHROSCAPE, modern researchers hope to rediscover lost knowledge about carbon sequestration, forest management, and sustainable agriculture. The terra preta soils, in particular, represent a technology for carbon capture that remains effective after centuries. The spatial organization of settlements, their integration with managed forests, and the sophisticated water management systems all offer potential insights for modern challenges. As Dr. Ferreira notes, these societies weren't clearing the forest for monoculture. They were selectively managing it to increase the abundance of useful species while maintaining overall biodiversity. In an age of climate crisis and biodiversity loss, these ancient techniques may offer solutions that modern technology has yet to discover. The NTHROSCAPE AI system represents a watershed moment in our understanding of human history in the Americas and beyond. By revealing vast networks of pre-Columbian settlements throughout the Amazon, it has fundamentally challenged our conception of wilderness, civilization, and humanity's relationship with nature. These weren't primitive peoples living in an untouched paradise, but sophisticated societies who engineered their environment in ways that enhanced rather than depleted it. The geometric precision of their earthworks, the extensive road networks connecting distant settlements, and the biochar-enriched soils that remain fertile centuries later all point to advanced knowledge systems that were nearly lost to history. As we face unprecedented environmental challenges today, these ancient Amazonians offer us a powerful alternative model, one where human habitation and biodiversity enhancement weren't opposing forces but complementary aspects of a sustainable system. The garden cities of the Amazon demonstrate that the dichotomy between development and conservation may be a modern construct rather than an inevitable reality. In revealing this lost chapter of human achievement, NTHROSCAPE hasn't just changed our understanding of the past. It may have uncovered solutions vital to our future. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for updates. Your feedback is appreciated. We hope to see you again.